just thought we'd give you an update on the tomato plants. Now we planted these about Mother's Day, so it was the first part of May, and it's been about 2 months, and we've got some great growth coming on tomatoes, and lots and lots of blossoms, and a lot of fruit set as well too in just a short amount of time. So they're really coming along, and very excited to be able to get some good production off of these. But just wait and see what they look like, because they're going to continue to grow, and they're going to be producing like crazy in no time. By the end of the season, you'll really see what the tomatoes can do. But what we've been doing is through the season, when I planted, I started out with the kangaroos to really get the roots in production mode. So as we transplanted those plants, the kangaroos I used to get them established, and it's full of microbes and microorganisms and mycorrhiza to help build the soil up and make nutrient available to the plants. But it really kicks the plant into root production mode, and really helps with transplant shock, so no transplant shock. At the same time, I used the Monterey Complete Disease Control. Now this is a really unique fungicide. It works in the soil as well as on the plants, and so I'll mix this up right with the kangaroos and water the plants with it the first 2 or 3 waterings to really get them established and going. But what the disease control does, this is a bacteria, but it's a beneficial bacteria, and it's good for the plants instead of detrimental to the plants. And what it does is once it gets down into the soil, it colonizes the root system of the tomato plants, and then fights off diseases that are attacking it from the soil. So like verticillium and fusarium end up contaminating the plant through the soil, and it's something you can't eliminate out of the soil. It's just kind of always present there. So this fights it off for the plants so they don't get infected by it, because it'll kill the plants in just a short amount of time once they get infected with verticillium. But it also works on diseases up on the top as well too. So early blight, late blight, powdery mildew, leaf spots, bacterial speck on the tomatoes. It works on all those diseases. So about every 2 or 3 weeks, I just mix it up in the water that I'm watering the plants with, and I make sure and get it all over the leaves, and then water it with it just to boost its natural immunity to all these diseases. And then we've been fertilizing throughout the summer with the plant fertilixer. The plant fertilixer does a great job at just encouraging some good growth as well as fruit production. It's an all natural, all organic option, and everything we've been using on the tomatoes are all natural products, all natural fertilizers, all natural root stimulators. So everything we've used is organic on these tomatoes to really get them growing. You can see how they're growing like crazy. I just mulched them with Garden Max to help the soil retain some moisture. This is not a great piece of soil. So this is probably one of the least productive areas in our garden, but we're trying to condition this soil so it works a little bit better. The Garden Max will help condition the soil so it'll retain the moisture longer, allow the water to penetrate in, and really help encourage some growth with the plants. So I'm excited about how that works. And then this is what we're using right now. It's called Yield Booster. It's calcium chloride. Again, just a natural source of calcium for the plants, and we can spray that on the plants, spray it on the leaves, allow them to pick that up. It helps with blossom end rot, so we don't get that blossom, that sunken black spot on the bottom of the fruit. But it also helps the plants set fruit and gets them to ripen up quicker. So using a product like the Yield Booster from Fertilome will help get those plants growing and producing a lot faster. So some great options to really help encourage your tomatoes. But we're going to watch the progress of these tomatoes a little bit more, and you can see how they grow throughout the summertime, and what we're going to have at the end.